Today we are going to be diving in how to choose the perfect location for your family session. So family sessions are kind of a beast. There's a whole lot that goes into them. You have to choose clothes for everybody, which I have a whole YouTube video all about that. I'll link it above and below. So go check that out. But also you have to choose the location of where the photos should be. And there's a whole bunch of options. Today, I'm going to be diving into how to choose the perfect location for your family. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kayla Brent. I'm a motherhood photographer and founder of Mom Photography School, where I teach moms to take gorgeous everyday photos of their family. And my moms at Mom Photography School knows that it's all about location. It doesn't matter how well behaved your kids are or how good you look in the photos. If your location is off, then the whole photo is going to be off. And while we're on the topic of family sessions, let me know in the comments, what is the biggest stressor for you when it comes to family sessions? It's the outfits, is it picking locations, booking a photographer, setting up your tripod? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're there, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, let's jump to it. We're gonna reverse engineer this. We are gonna think about the photos on the wall before they're ever even taken. How do you want the photos to look with the room that you're putting the photos? Do you want them to be really bright and light and airy? Or do you want something that's more colorful, maybe darker, a little bit more moodier? What is the style you're going for? That is really gonna help you nail down the location for your photos. I'm going to dive into examples and location for each of those different kinds of photos. So ones that are light and airy versus photos that are more dark and moody or darker and more colorful. The first thing I'm going to jump into is my forte, and that is light and airy photos. I have a natural light studio that's completely and totally white because this is my jam. And I'm going to show you how you can get some light and airy photos as well. And that really comes down to location. I built this studio in order to have light and airy photos, but you can also find locations that will give you light and airy photos. One of them being is maybe you have a downtown or there is a really nice church that is solid white. Find a location that has a white background, a backdrop. It's either painted or it's a really, really light color brick. You want to find something that's white, because what white does is it reflects back the light and it gives that light and airy feel. So just drive around your downtown or your city and look for different buildings that are either painted white or they're naturally white. That could be a really good location. Now, if you're wanting to do something that's at your home, this really comes down to the decor in your house and the natural light available in your house. If you happen to have a room that is very well lit, it has a really large window in it, and your decor happens to be of lighter colors, you could do them in your home, like have a more of a lifestyle session. That would be great. But if you are going for the light and airy look, you must have a ton of natural light coming into your home. An overhead light isn't gonna cut it. You can also achieve light and airy photos on a bright sunny day. So I highly recommend to do these photos maybe an hour and a half before sunset. You want to have a lot of natural light. And what you're going to do is you want to go somewhere that has enough shade for your family to be able to get in the shade, but you also want there to be a lot of sunlight available. Because the thing is, if it's too shady, it's going to have that dark, moody feel to it. But if it's really nice and open, like a field, a pasture, that kind of thing, it's going to give a gorgeous light and airy look. Your family just either needs to be in the shade if it is a time where the sun is above you, or your family needs to be positioned where the light is behind you. The key here for light and airy photos is to get a lot of natural light, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Now let's move on to the next one, which is more dark and moody photos. So I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert when it comes to darker, deeper, richer photos. That is not my jam. However, I can give you some really solid pointers on how to achieve that. It's pretty much the opposite of light and airy photos, but you do need some light. You've got to have light for pictures, period. But you are just going to take a different approach. So let's say you're wanting to do them outdoors. Instead of doing it in an open field, you might want to do it at a place that's like a tree plantation that has a lot of shade. So those shadows in the background, because there's several trees, they're all around you, will give you a deeper, darker image. Also, just like I said with light and airy, you want to drive around, look for white buildings. You might want to find a building that's darker. So maybe something that's painted a really deep navy or black, and position your family in front of that. That would be absolutely gorgeous as well for a darker, moodier, richer photos on the wall. If you're wanting your photos to be really, really colorful, then drive around and find locations that suit the colors that you're wanting for the decor in your home. So maybe you want some reds or blues. I know in our small downtown, we have tons of buildings that are painted all kinds of beautiful colors, and those would be ideal for really colorful, beautiful images on your wall. So kind of think outside the box for this, have fun with this, and maybe even try different locations. So again, if you're in a downtown setting, you can just walk from one location to another location, but have several picked out so you have options when the session's over. So there you have it, some solid tips on choosing a location for your family photos. It really comes down to what is the look you're going for. If it's bright and airy, you want to make sure to have tons of sunlight and a white building or a light colored building if you're choosing to do it in a more urban area. For dark, moody, colorful photos, you're going to go the exact opposite. Look for shadow, look for dark buildings, and make sure that you are choosing colors that matches the decor in your home. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next Tuesday in the next video. Bye, friends.